You got to experience everything.
What ain't coast that air? What ain't
What?
Oh yeah, yeah. They crush them in the fire and who's he smoking on. Damn, this hand, this hand.
So you got to be already an ass motherfucker.
Man, for church, you know who's gonna be getting hand drinking church.
All right, so I'd like to give first and foremost, like to give all praise on that Lord. Like to give honors to the apostles and the elders in great millstone. We like to say shalom to the elected word and also faith sincerity. And yet once again out here to do the will of the Lord. That's the prophesied downfall of America. Because mostly that's the intent and purposes of your house outside. You know, the Lord will, his perfect will in his lifetime is for the violent overthrow of Babylon the Great. If you don't know who is Babylon the Great, somebody get Revelation 17. That's concerning America, man. This is the source of wickedness. This is where these wayward ideas and ideologies, philosophies come from, man. And where ultimately the wickedness is forwarded at, man. You know, so this is that place the Lord, man. This is the venue the Lord have chosen to show his power. You know? Somebody got that, you start top on that. Perfect 17.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 1. There came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, and I will shew unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
See, so ultimately, this great Lord got a judgment coming, man. See, America is not the NRB, y'all. This is not a forever state. Like, this thing just gonna be here. Faces might change. You might have a different president, but it's still America. Still gonna be a McDonald's. No, man. It's a judgment that's gonna come to this bitch. Matter of fact, somebody get on 2nd Ezra 4. And I think it's 27. She said, Come, let me show you the judgment of the great whore. The Lord have opened our eyes to that. This place is gonna go out by the way of World War III.
Right.
You know, and the Lord beating this bitch down now. He's beating the whore down by the way of a series of plagues. Ultimately, that uppercut.
Right.
You know, you going to jail now. You know, that's gonna be the Wilsons, man.
This is what the second Ezra was for, and chapter 5:6. It says, Then answering me and said, The more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for the world hasteneth fast to pass away.
So these places hastening fast to pass away. That's why everything's speeding up. The time going faster than ever made a bad point. Even people driving fast and shit. Just nigga in the parking lot, he could be in fucking drive, pull outside. Everything is speeding up, you know what I mean? Because it's what is hastening to pass away. This nigga rushing to his death. Yeah, COVID flew to his death.
It says,
You had something?
Yeah, real quick, Bob Shop. Matthew 24:22.
Yep, that's it.
And except those days should be shortened.
It's like I said, those days. What is that? What days? The days of Edom, man. The time that we're in now. It has to be short, man. You know? Because this is a crazy fucking truck. Talking about earlier how crazy that's crazy. Big animated cars. You know he's a violent homosexual. You know that nigga with that 6ix9ine.
Right.
That rapper nigga, he got that thing with rainbow and he a faggot, but he can kill you at the same time. That's where we at, man. This a crazy fucking place. Yeah, go back to Esau. As a ruler, so are the people. Cause nigga got Six Flags, Disney World, but he got a shooting range too. You can go to it. Fit. But you gotta go slide read it.
Cause it says Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, that should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be short.
It said, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be short, man. So the days are being sped up for the saving of the elect, man. Because this place, it can't go on for longer, man. This society, this system, and the rulers that be are self-destructive. You put this shit on autopilot, it's just gonna destroy itself anyway, man. You know, this devil coming up. You got World War III, and it's really Edom versus Edom, man. You know? You got it. That was it on that. But it said the days shall be short, so things gotta hurry up and go. That's what the Lord telling us though. Hurry up and buy. You know,
Right, yeah.
hurry up and get the fuck out. So we can live now. Because now, under the watch of the so-called white man, there's no such thing as a breath of fresh air. That's only a figurative saying. Yet, everything's at your fingertip is literal because it's an app, it's a site you can go to fulfill your desires, man. Everything's turned upside down. That's why everything's gonna be made right by the way of the destruction. You can go back, bro.
Going back into 2nd Ezra 4 verse 27, it cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in the time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmity.
See, righteousness and infirmity, man. All these damn hospitals and sick. And this place make you sick, man. Even just say you so-called you ain't got no physical ailments. The strain, the mental strain, that shit can make you sick.
That's why it's a thing called mental illness.
That's it.
Because a lot of these people, especially being raised up here in Babylon the Great, they are sick in the mind.
That's it.
All of a sudden, being a momo, that's normal now. You know, a nigga eating pork and shit, that's normal now, man. Even committing adultery, you sleep with another man's wife, that's normal now. Here, because again, Babylon have bred these people to ultimately destroy their minds in these nowadays.
Yeah,
Democracy coming
alive.
That's great. It is. Y'all
and if I may, you mentioned that mentally ill, even you just the stress, you gotta build. That shit leads to physical illness. Your pressure high and shit, man. You know. So this place is full of infirmity. Everything's just fucked up, man. Because what the Lord, he's in power. And everything he do, it causes destruction. He gotta cut you, you know, to so-called heal. He gotta cut you, make this happen, make that happen. You got it.
It says, but as concerning the things whereof thou asked me, I will tell thee.
And what did he inquire of? Which all the prophets inquire of the end. When will these things be summed up? When will Solomon come back? Which is our Lord Yahweh Shai. That was the height of Jacob, man. Being under the rule of Solomon. Which you know, that's our Lord. We waiting on that moment to come back, man. We waiting on that to continue. That it's on pause right now. We waiting on that to continue, man. Because it was prophesied that kingdom is going to be forever. You know? You got it.
It says, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come.
So it said the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. And in America, that was the evil that has been sown. As you can see, going back, the fate of it is destruction. As we read in Revelation 17, I ain't said I'm gonna reveal you the judgment of the Lord. We know that ultimately Babylon the Great, which is America, the fate of it is to be destroyed. Right. By the way of World War III.
Yeah, just to land back, precept to add to that Revelation. This is Nahum standing forward. Because of the multitude of the borders,
that's it.
Of the well-favored harlot.
Hey, that's like all the charges being brought up Because, see, when it said because, I mean it's justified now, man. You got it, bro.
It says,
because of the multitudes of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushua of hosts.
See, the Lord is against America, man. It's shown by America showing itself that it's being against the Lord, man.
Is it?
From the laws, the legislations, the things that's being accepted and rejected, even from as minute as certain diets that's being promoted, it all shows that they are against the Lord. So you don't think the Lord is against them? You know, you got it up.
Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushua of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness.
See, Esau is being revealed, and that stench is now in the nose of the nations, man. They saying, hey, man, what the fuck that smell is?
right.
And now they figuring out it was America, man. It's so-called white man, it's the Edomites. Babylon, they are the reason, they are the source for all the problems in the earth. And a nigga will getting that mode of blaming the white man for everything. Well, you technically can. Because you really want to get down to the nuts and bolts of these nigga is the source of all the problems in the earth, man.
I got something back.
Yeah, we'll do it like this. On the east to the west. You got it, brother.
God. Jeremiah 51:7.
That's it.
Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon had
Yeah,
golden cup
I know.
in the Lord's hand that have made all the earth drunken.
Yep.
The nations
See,
have
and
drunken.
it said, read that again, so like it.
Like, yeah. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that have made all the earth drunken.
See, so the Lord used Babylon as that conduit of wickedness, man.
Right.
To spread forth this madness, man. You know, you got it.
It says the nations have drunken of a wine, therefore the nations are mad.
See, so they have picked up on democracy and shit, and that led to them being bugged out. But now these niggas are actually mad, like they shit itching now.
Yeah.
The results of dealing with the whore,
Right.
it wasn't beneficial, man.
Yep.
Yeah, the after effects of dealing with this bitch. You itching, man.
Yeah.
Now you want to what Project Pat said, being with my pistol. When I found she burned me. And that's what they gonna hit her with them missiles. That's it, man, bro. God, you got
Book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 4. That thou shalt take up this parable against the king of Babylon,
right.
and say, how have the oppressors ceased? The golden city ceased.
And it said it's proverb, it's parable. So we mocking you niggas, man. See, you Edomites, you have come to an end now, man. Everything you see that you have passed that dead end sign. You already passed that sign. Now you finna come up on it. You know?
Running out of road.
Yeah, that's it. He think he gonna add a cubit to his stage, he gonna extend his life. This nigga got plans, he got dreams and aspirations. But it's not gonna come to pass. This nigga gonna window shop. But that's the best he gonna do, man. You know, you had that nigga Trump with the coming up with the idea of the $250 bill. That shit ain't gonna be. That's just saying it do be in circulation. It ain't gonna be in circulation for long because of the chip cutting, man.
See, it won't represent. It won't be a 50th anniversary.
Right.
The implementation of the $250 bill.
Right.
Like, it ain't gonna be there.
At best, a nigga put it on the mantle.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna spin it.
Right.
But this place is fitted. It said the Golden City, the person sees the Golden City. That's going back to America. You got it.
It says the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the ruler.
So, and we seeing that now. This devil, he don't have that strength as he once did. You know, he don't even the influence. Look at his women. his women won't take. So that's one of the many. That is subtle, but it's a big sign to show you where he at. This man's really he on his way out. You know.
Like they got recession indicated that was an indicator that Esau was losing his power with the society. We saw years. We really saw it in slavery because what they was banking checks back then.
Yeah, and they couldn't help it.
Yeah.
Motherfucker couldn't help this shit. Motherfucker came out caramel and shit. I had to come up with a great story.
Yeah.
But best believe she probably got to take once everybody died down. She probably bought them again. Got it.
He who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindered.
See, ain't nobody gonna stand away and try to prevent the judgment of the so-called white man. Ain't nobody gonna, you know how you got Black Lives Matter protests. Ain't nobody standing for Edomites. You know, it's really just Edomites. You know, it's so-called Edomite men. I mean, so-called white men. I'm sorry, Edomites. They the only ones that's fighting for their so-called rights. You know, really they trying to fight for their respect, man. See, everybody that lost respect for the so-called white man because he's a tough, no nigga. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, look at the Greeks. Them niggas little five, they get down, but nigga had a little boy too, man.
Right.
I why, man.
If I may, a lot of the nations don't respect that shit either.
Right.
You know?
Nigga, you know, they use that word per capita, but per capita, bestiality is in the high, is very high in your nation, man.
Right.
So,
I mean, it's like, I see what Joe was talking about.
yeah, Joe said he went down, put them with the dogs. But you see it now. It makes sense because it's so many cases. And a lot of niggas are baggers. Niggas voted for Trump. You know? But it says he that smoked the people in wrath. Ain't nobody finna stand in the way of this to prevent this man's system, man, from going down. Because ultimately, deep down inside, they really want the elect to rule. Right. Knowingly or unknowingly. So let's talk about that. The creature waiting for the manifestation, man. Yeah. You know, cause really, so meaning what you really need this place to go down. Mm-hmm. You know, that was it on that. Hold on,
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 4. Yeah. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. Mm-hmm. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do language. So you see this, go into this word language, you know, it means to droop. You know, they're no longer firm, they're no longer erect. You see how their power system is going down, man. It says that
it's like you've been saying that too. When you hear about these ED commercials, that's not for Jake, man.
Right.
Know that. Low T, Jake ain't got a problem with that shit. You know, that's an Edomite problem. They can't reproduce. They can't stand up, even on a physical sense. But according to either in a bigger sense, this man, his power is not. You used to hit the gas and that car can go like that. Now you hit that, you gotta hit it a little harder now for it to go.
It's sputter.
Right. You got to select.
It says the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. And Esau has certainly done that, man. From his legislation to his trends he set up in the earth, you know, compromising the landmarks, not holding fast to the land south, even putting Moses on the pedestal, man. Everything he has done has defiled the mindset of the people, to the food, to the water, man. You know, it says, therefore the curse have devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. And that what you mentioned. It's because those are the results of this man being in power. It's going to be burned. Wickedness is going to be burned out of the earth, and the few men left going to be the elect, man. You know, And that's fitting because you see the results of this man being in power, man. He has to be taken out. That's the only way the earth is going to be put in this place, man. You know?
Yeah, in Revelation 18, verse 8, it's like self. It says, how much she'll glorify herself and live deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her.
And yeah, because really, we're really at the climax of pride too, man. We're at the height of pride. You know, and it starts with these the rulers, the elites, because Esau Edom, he is created that in the DNA. He created with pride. So they talk about pride passing on bodies of change. They can't help beat pride. You know, but it has trickled down to the people, man. And then, you know, these motherfuckers look at America again, they'll go and see these other countries, third world country, so-called, because they got to go draw water and shit.
Right.
But hey, they eat real food though. You know what I mean? Motherfucker boasted they got TV, they can flush a toilet and shit. These certain luxuries we overlook. The Lord gonna pour the rug on these motherfuckers, man. Your house on 74 degrees year round. Cause you got that, hey, you know, central heat, man. That contributes to pride. It's different, you know. Motherfuckers just think they just get to the house, everything will be all right.
Right.
You know, that shit. Look, ain't gonna be no relief, ain't gonna be no protection in sight if you ain't in the digging of your house by shit outside, man. That's why I said so much torment and sorrow giver. So the very things, these so-called luxuries, from you just coming in the house, first thing you do, turn the light on and shit. Right. We kind of overlook that shit for real. Lord gonna take all that shit away, cause suddenly the power gonna go out. And those that don't have this doctrine, they gonna fall apart. Cause they wasn't anticipating this.
Right.
You know?
That's that snare, man. You know, that convenience.
Yes.
You don't have to go out and hunt. You know, you don't have to, like you mentioned, drawing water or any of those things that sustain life. So when the convenience is compromised, like your brother said, you gonna lose your mind, man.
That's it.
You gonna really just go out there and do things that you wouldn't think you were gonna normally do. You know?
And if I may too, even when you had like these animals, they from the zoo or some shit, they catch them when they was little.
Right.
If you have motherfucker feed them and doing all these things, and then they'll put them to set them in a wild motherfucker dead a week later, man.
Right.
Cause they weren't set up for that. That's these Americans. They ain't really set up to not have power and shit. They ain't really set up for the AC to go out. You know what I mean? The American with no Wi-Fi?
Yeah. Yeah.
They gonna lose it, man. So how much more the necessities, your actual needs, water and food, man? You know? Read that again, bro.
It says, Revelation 18 itself, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she said that her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and should see no sorrow.
And that's these people, man. They got that mindset that even if they do experience some type of resistance, they're gonna it's always gonna be, you know, the playoffs still happening. Spike gas being up, see the club still gonna be open tonight.
Yeah, right.
You can still get something like the ATM and shit.
Yeah.
So these people don't have a sense of urgency, man. You know, till the Lord really hit them with reality. And that people gonna really, once they really experience prophecy, that's gonna be it, man. Yeah.
If I may,
you got it, bro.
they budgeting bills to have a good time, man. Oh, you see, the Lord gonna take that shit away, man.
Yeah.
You know? You think you can rob from Peter to pay Paul, you know, just to have a good man, man. Just wait, man. Man, that's crazy though. Because you people are so ingrained with mirth and not dealing with the reality of what's going on in the world, man. But that's gonna change pretty soon, man.
Let's just add it back to your point. That's one of these people who experience is dealing with reality, man. Once you start talking about things, I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about that scary stuff. Because why they're comfortable being here in the world. like three. As long as I can drive the right hand around, I'm good. Like brother just mentioned, normal survives.
Yeah.
That's it. You know?
Yeah, because they gotta have. Matter of fact, somebody grab that definition. Grab that off the shop. Because hey, these places, they got it. If it was a Tahoe, I would have barely. You gonna be in that bar. Crazy. You got match your spirit. That Tahoe match your spirit.
So yeah, it says here, lunacy bias is a cognitive distortion.
They said a cognitive distortion. So it begins in the mind. So it really goes back to these people in that doctrine.
Yeah.
The thing they believe in, they ain't gotta go back to it. Oh, shit, it can be based off of a rapper's lyric. You know, you got it, bro.
Yes, it says a cognitive distortion where the brain underestimates the possibility of a crisis and assumes life will continue as usual,
Right.
even when facing obvious danger or warnings.
So all this shit by Iran and energy crisis, the shit keep going up. Yet you finna get off this. You finna hit the ATM money, and you finna get off. Cause guess what? At the end of the day, these motherfuckers will say it happened before. See, the gas jumped up before North Korea situation. Niggas was filling them fucking tubs of gas. And so-called went back to normal. So that shit happened a few times, mother. Certain things happen, shit get tight. Niggas had masks on a couple years back. You had to stand 6 feet. But guess what? Now shit so-called back to normal. So once these things once again pop up in your face, a nigga gonna be like, okay, cool, it is what it is. They gonna just ride it out till it's time to go back outside. That's not the case, man. The Lord gonna pull it rough from under them, man.
Right.
You know? You got it, bro.
Con, this is Ezekiel 12, verse 24.
Yes.
It says, for there shall be no war. Con, this is the book of Ezekiel 12, and I'm gonna start at verse 22. Con. Matter of fact, 21. Con, this is Ezekiel 12, verse 21. It says, and the word of the Lord came into me saying, son of man, what is that proverb that you have in the land of Israel? Saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision filleth.
And that's the spirit. Somebody get 2 Peter 3. That's the spirit of Jake. You know, they ain't got to actually say it. Their actions say it. It's not no sense of urgency within them. You know, things is just that they gonna always be. What niggas say? They've been saying this for 30 years. You know that's shit. That's been a you know what I mean? That's been a typical saying of a nigga, man, that don't want to come under the obedience of Yahweh shot. He know the message. Nigga know the message. But he'll say nigga saying that for 30 years. Still meaning what? He ain't gotta worry about it. He gonna die. He gonna be in heaven when it happens.
Right. I mean, that mean that nigga lost his patience, man. Right. You couldn't wait on the Lord for 30 years. if it was dictating your salvation, hell yeah.
Right.
You know?
Who got that on? Yeah.
The book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, and verse 3, knowing this verse, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own love.
Yeah, and begins with false teachers. It begins with these false teachers that will put the idea in the minds of these people. And it said walking out their own lust, but they ain't drawn to these false teachers because of their lust.
Right.
You know, what they deem acceptable and what's okay. See, a nigga that listen to Zariak, you know he a nigga, man. He feel comfortable listening to him because he can still be a nigga if he justified doing a deacon. The Lord got these false teachers for certain spirits, man. That IUIC, you want to be a Christian, American Israelite?
That's it.
The Lord got the IUIC for you, man. You know, so it's different flavors for falseness. You'll have to set it up. But it said this prophecy that's in the last days, and we see it, man. You got it.
And saying, where is the promise of his coming?
And that's where it leads to, because even you got Israelites, they might teach the downfall of America, but they don't, that spirit, they ain't got the sense of urgency. Nigga talk about everything else but the destruction.
Yeah.
You can talk about the fringes of Sabbath being on a Saturday, but he's not pushing the urgency of prophecy, man. You got it, Locke.
For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation.
See, and that's the spirit that they have on them, man. That ain't nothing gonna help. Oh, what the script talk about on the men that sell on their leaves? They said the Lord shall not do good, neither shall he do evil.
Right.
Like it's just on autopilot. He just gonna let it be till he, Lord, wake up from his nap. Then in the world, man. No, we in the process of the world ending now. Or this age. You know, the age of Edom. You got it.
It says, for this they willingly are ignorant of.
Yeah, because the nigga really, he know what's up. But he don't want to wake up from that dream, man. Just when he got the food truck out the ground. Gas shot up.
Right.
Yeah, man. So a nigga don't want to see the world, and he just getting out the ground. And that's the thing with Jake. Jake, that's in that common vocabulary now. Generational wealth. Nigga, the world finna end now.
Right.
But they don't want to hear that because they now niggas think he in fifth gear now, like now shit rolling for him. Man, no, man, shit.
They finally making an upgrade on the top 10.
Right.
He's sitting up here, he come, bro, I'm on president.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
shaking,
right after the report is sinking, you gonna get the
Yeah,
you gonna upgrade your room.
yeah. I seen it in the
Upgrade it's already one
halfway
he's damp and shit.
Right.
And the nigga enjoying himself.
Yeah, but he wants you to be impressed by his upgraders like niggas. Like, we understand, but a nigga that's on the ship, like how the elder going to a Jake that's inside of the picture, hey, he impressed by that, but we outside of the picture. We ain't impressed by that shit at this point, bro.
Hey, they in the report. Yeah.
Right.
Because when Chris talk about a famine or teeth of wild beasts, somebody actually got to experience that. Somebody got to play that part. The script talk about also being delivered. Somebody gonna play that part too. That's the part that we hope to be in, man. You know?
I mean, we reading the script and we seeing the different roles in the movie. You know, we over to be cast in the role of the elect, and we said that shit. That looks like a role of a 2/3 right there.
Right.
You know, so it's automatically putting us in the mindset of shit. You gonna die, man. You know.
Proverbs 1:32.
You see,
He said, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them.
like I said, the turning away and stuff. Turn away from what? This word that's being presented unto you. Lord said He'll give you straight commandment of what you shall do to live, man. You know, but they turn from it. And this is really mercy from the Lord. This is the Lord pretty much trying to comfort you and talk about it, you know, say really moving that soul in front of him, man. And that's gonna lead to God just open found your way at night, man. You got it,
God said, but whosoever hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safe.
Hey, so to show you, it was a message that's going forth. You turn from the message, that's gonna lead to your destruction. But whoso hearken them shall dwell safely. Show you, we come to a time of danger gonna be at its climax, man. You know, but that word, this doctrine, this truth, you know, this is that protection, man. This is that armor, man. You know,
Finishing off, it says, and shall be quiet from fear of evil.
it shall be quiet for your evil, man. And that's a commandment. So that's why we hope to be a part of that number for the streets. Lord, go make sure it talk about man deliverance and protect. You know? But that was it on that thread. Yeah, cut.
It says, 2 Peter 3:5, for this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that when was being overflowed was water perished.
See, it was the time of Noah. That was an actual system. They had buildings and infrastructures and shit. Like it was an actual system. It wasn't as primitive as people think, man. It was an actual functioning society. The Lord uprooted that shit. And there's no relics or something in the museum to remind you of that old world. The only thing you got is pieces of gopher wood. And that's really the same thing gonna happen in America. There ain't gonna be no McDonald's cups like this. You got a fucking old trophy from Magic Johnson.
Right.
That's in a museum in the kingdom of heaven. No, all this shit gonna be burned. Just talk about there's no works. All the works of this place gonna be burned up. You know? Was they doing that?
It says, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men.
Yeah, so it's the same word Noah spoke. We can get testimony you have a shot, man.
Right.
We speaking the same thing. Like our Lord Yahushua mentioned, he said, as in the days of Noah. So we come with the same message as you mentioned. Telling these people they're gonna die. That's the only thing Noah could really tell them.
Good.
Because even the blueprints of the ark lets you know that all people were gonna die, man.
Right. Dang.
So that's who we get. We got the blueprints now. Lord, I don't think we can tell you gonna die, man. You know?
That's it. Dang.
God. You had something?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Hebrews 11:7. By faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet.
See, and that's what the Lord have done with us. Because nobody haven't seen a barrage of missiles cover the sky and pelt the whole land, man. And just had the whole land engulfed in flames. The Lord have opened our eyes to see that. We could actually see America being engulfed in flames. And not even the evidence is here. You got these hypersonic missiles, and you got Satan too, and these different, even the chariots. The chariots going to contribute to America being on fire, man. Lord have opened our eyes to that. You got it.
From the end, even leading up to the deliverance and the destruction, these people haven't seen the famine, they haven't seen sedition, So those things as you going into, that's going to be a shock value for them when they actually see them.
Right.
But we can see these things because the Lord has given us a script. It's like a movie playing out every day in our head as we go over these scriptures and read and study. The Lord is fashioning our mind for the things He said to bring to pass, man. And these people don't have a clue.
Right. I mean, what the Lord said, the fruit of men perceive the evil and hiding so. Right. If the simple pass on and are punished. So it's a certain reaction that you have to have once the words say how about Shema shall come past.
Right.
Either you're gonna love it, either you're gonna reject it.
Yeah. And moving with fear. As in the case of Noah, he heard that speech and was afraid, man. And it compelled him to start building the ark, and I was going into, he ain't just do it how he wanted to do it, man. It was strict instructions that the Lord laid out. He mentioned the gopher wood and the certain pitch, the dimensions, the blueprint that he set out. He had to build it the way the Lord commanded him to build it, man.
Going on, it says, being moved with fear, prepared the ark to the saving of his house, by which he condemned the world and became the heir of righteousness, which is by faith.
Hey, so Noah, that's part of his ministry was to condemn the world, man. That's what we're doing now. It was a transition. He was telling you that society was going to end, man. That's what we said. This shit is finished, man. That art lets you know it was a transition. Like, he ain't gonna die with y'all, man. That y'all niggas gonna die. He finna go into the next world. Everybody said he became heir of the righteousness. which is by faith, you know. Because that we're gonna do or we're part of his righteous number, we're gonna be heirs.
Right.
Once the destruction, because Noah he drunk wine,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna set forth the standard.
Yeah, kind
Man,
yeah, yeah.
you know. But
I got something real
God,
quick. Second Ezra chapter 16 and verse 19. It says, "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute." We know a scourge is a whooping item, man. You know, a form of correction. It says, "But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges." And they going back to that Norrisy bias. Right? They're not mindful of the trees that the earth is, excuse me, the trees that the Lord is putting in the earth. You know, the growing famine. You know, the gas at $4 here in Alabama, man. That's crazy, man. You know, they feel like, oh, well, it went up before, so it'll go back down. No, man. These are the beginning of sorrow. You know, beef at an all-time high, fruit, you know, the things you once you just grab, like I grab this, and then it's a fight. No, it's that's coming out of roots, man. But they're not even mindful of those points, man. You know, it's
just to add to you a scourge, just to add to the point of scourge, it's a scourge. It's a scourge. It's usually have a hook to it, and when it hits you, it pulls out a chunk. It takes away from you, so it can never put back. It only take away. So the Lord said, "You're not mindful of everything that I'm taking away from you." Yet, like, come on, bro. It's like you think a person will make a change after this. Like, bro, I just took real matter from you. But Jake ain't even mindful of it. It's like the more he hits you with this, the closer you are to death, man. Right. But our people are not mind. That shows you how mad our people are in the spirit, mentally, man. Spiritual.
hey, that's why I said scores for a minute.
Well,
But we said because that word amendment goes to really you consider. Jake ain't really considering what the Lord is doing in the earth. Mention, you know, taking these certain things away. Jake gone, this nigga finesse and try to find another way to get off.
God.
You know what I mean? Shit fucked up. Gas hot. Now the nigga finna start siphoning gas.
God.
Yeah.
Jake, that's a sick nigga, man.
He fell in the gas thing. He's
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Got it on gas, please.
yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, good.
This is second Ezra 15 and verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein."
Yeah, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, man. And that word dwell, not just because you in the earth. No, those that really have the same mindset, you as you hear it. Well, even in what's that in the eyes is the OJ's. Your body is here.
Right.
Your body is hearing me, but your mind is on the other side of time. So these people, their mind is we physically here in Babylon, but the difference between us and these people, they actually dwell here mentally as well, but we dwelling in the east.
Right.
Talk about the Lord had gathered his children from the west unto the east. Oh, you got that? Oh, you got that spirit, bro.
Luke 5:5.
That's it.
It said, "Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look about toward the east."
And that's what you're seeing now, man. Us going back to those the old paths.
Right.
You know? And it says arise to show you this is really a prophetic scripture. This is really a latter time scripture because this is a time when we was in a dead state, you know, in that valley, being those very dry bones. But now scripture talk about arise. This is where we at. Yeah.
It says, "And behold, thy children gathered from the west unto the east."
See, we're gathered from the west unto the east. And now Lord Yahushua mentioned that too. We should preach in Jerusalem, Judea, even unto the uttermost parts of the earth. So now we at the climax of that now, man. So we actually in the west. And we had Western customs, you had fucking garments of Western society. But the Lord have taken that Western mindset and gave back that Eastern mindset, man. You know, we have went back to the East. That's why it ain't left for us to call for the stoning of a boat. But it's, multiple women. I mean, you should. I mean, that's really
That's natural.
that's yeah. I mean,
All right.
that's the things on the east.
Yeah.
You know?
That's that.
But it's saying that, and that's what caused us to really hate everything here. They said the script talk about as far as the east from the west. It's two total opposite things. So that man, this shit drive us to really be vexed here. You know? But scripture said the Lord have gathered us from the west unto the east, so we're going back to those old paths you got, bro.
God, and behold, that children gathered from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
See, and that's going back. Let's show you this is prophetic. It said rejoicing in the remembrance. This is that time when we had to remember Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because the Lord remember us. See, the Lord cast us off, and had our enemy to have his way with us. But now this is the time when the Lord woken us up. Now this the Lord telling us that commanding Pharaoh to let us go free, man. By us getting this understanding. That it on that.
Come.
You had oh, slide.
It says,
Read it again.
2 Ezra 15 and 14.
Right.
It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
See, the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. See, these people, their fate is to die.
Right.
And you got 4 choices.
Right.
You read what, Jeremiah 15?
Yeah.
Captivity, beast,
Yeah.
sport, It's talking about the fowls of the air. That could be them drones, man. Cherry. Literal got, a newly created beast. It could be a flying Pokemon that can show that.
Like play on Jake mind, like now, like dinosaurs, they pterodactyls.
Yeah, right.
Man.
It says, you want people to sustain look and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Amen. It says one people shall stand and fight against another with swords in our hands, telling you that this kingdom here in the latter days was going to be divided.
All right.
That's it.
And that's you seeing it now. Even when back then, them niggas January 6th, them niggas said, man, Trump is my motherfucking president.
Right.
And them niggas went up there with grenades and rocket launchers and trying to make some shit shake. Now your president ain't making shit shake for you. Them niggas finna go up there once again and try to make some shit shake. Because you mentioned the division. You have these so-called MAGA civil war. And the division is concerning those tiny hats, man. Because them tiny hats make shit happen. And it's to the detriment of American people. So them niggas go eat and using his blessing, this nigga gonna go revert to it and go use the sword. So of course you're gonna have civil wars. It ain't just gonna be that you got the fucking North versus the South, then you got MAGA versus MAGA and shit. And that's one of the symptoms, the indicators to the downfall of the empire. I know y'all shot mentioned that. If Satan divided against Satan, how shall this kingdom stand?
I got a quick definition for what you was going into.
God.
Esau got a term for it as how he spoke to how America's being broke up and the global scale. It's called balkanization. It says refers to the geopolitical process where a larger region, state, or empire breaks into smaller, more hostile and uncooperative independent entities.
Hey, they're saying the curses on Enoch. And the wood, is putting on the very curse that was on us is now being put on Enoch. Being broken up. That's what the scripture talk about, that sowing that discord among brothers that did that toward to us. But now the Lord putting that spirit on you, devil. Now you nigga can't come together on nothing. Yeah, God.
Even more to it, it says, it is typically driven by deep-seated ethical, cultural, religious, or political division.
That's it. See? Yeah, cause all you niggas are Edomites. Y'all niggas be on top. You got two Edomite superpowers in way of Russia and America.
Yeah.
Yet them niggas can't come together. This nigga got all this technology and weaponry. All them niggas face on the money, yet they can't come together and bullshit, dominate. They gonna end up taking each other out. Even that term, mutually assured destruction. That's a plague you niggas. That's an Edomite disease. That's why you had these world wars. That was really for you niggas, man.
You got something for you real quick. This is the book of Sirach 14 and 5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? And he shall not take pleasure in his good. So even Esau saying divided against saying, he's not going to take pleasure in his NWO. Because ultimately this nigga is going to do what? Take himself out. Man. That's the beautiful thing that Yahweh Shah doing. He got the devil on autopilot, man. Right. You know, because ultimately at the end of the devil actually going to put his own self in that quagmire. Just going back into that man, mutual area destruction. And that's why all these different countries, they afraid to hit that button. Because they know once one go off, all of them going off.
It's like that domino effect. Yeah, too. Once everybody gonna let it out.
Yeah.
That's right.
Who want to go down with that? If I may, who want to go down with without throwing the punches? Like here it is. Like if I don't throw a punch, it's like damn, I'm finna get the show without throwing a punch. I gotta throw a punch. Bum, bum, bum.
What's that term? Going out with a bang?
Yeah. Got to.
We finna actually see that saying play out in its perfection, man. So, like, going out, blaze of glory.
Yeah, that's it.
That dramatic saying, we finna actually see it play out in its perfection with a whole system, a whole country, landmass is about to go up in flames. And that's the saying, you know? That's what actually saying. You got something.
And then Matthew 12 and 25.
That's right.
And Yahweh knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And every city or house divided against itself will not stand.
And that's the house of Edom. You got the Americans versus the West. Them niggas is not finna come together, man. They asked Rich talk about asking the feet of the bear. Russians gonna take the niggas out, man. It ain't like they gonna be left smoke clearing dust settlers. The Lord gonna take them niggas out too. And then it said the city, Babylon the Great, this hard. You got second Republicans, them niggas ain't seeing eye to eye. You got Democrats, those niggas ain't seeing eye to eye. Then everybody else in between, class wars, and then the ultimately gonna be food wars. Shit gonna be fucked up. But it's an error for you niggas not to come together. We need the stressor, man.
Yes.
The stressor needs to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
The sea grind after construction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. And so, how shall then his kingdom stand?
So the nigga punch himself in the gut and hit it.
Right.
You know what I mean? He gonna take himself out pretty much. Oh, the scripture talk about their sword shall enter into their own heart. You know, but going back, these devils are divided, man. You know, they're not gonna come together and show you that really going back. This is a symptom to the end of an empire. This is really this devil got a terminal illness. So really, it's just a countdown to his end.
Right.
You know, that was it on that.
Going back to Ezekiel 12 in verse 22, son of man, what is that proverb you have in the land of Israel saying, the days are prolonged and every vision full. Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease.
Yep. See, the proverb is now ceasing. Things are actually happening in the earth. It is not like every once in a while thing. Even concerning the signs in the heavens. A lot of these things are happening at a high rate. Every month, there's some type of new type of moon blood moon, wolf moon, some type of moon, or new reports of the Pentagon reporting you, show you where we at. The Pentagon is reporting you so-called UFO information. So these things are happening at a high rate. So you can't say that, you can't have no can't say that shit just gonna still be as it is. Eventually you're gonna have a sense of urgency. Got it.
If I may add, because there are another proverb that sees is the see him.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, niggas, it was a bunch of videos talking about how the marker on the V of the MOTV, how he's seeing a sleep with white woman embargo. Those videos stopped.
Right.
Because Elon Musk just came out and said, wait, that he's coming out with a thing that's gonna have God-like powers, man.
Hey, I just seen some one of them guys, talk guy mentioned that how the digital ID is the core of the infrastructure.
Yep.
So for this next age, this devil think he's about to go into, everybody gotta have that thing. That's in this nigga warped thinking.
John, he says, it's like it. I will make this proverb deceit, and they shall no more use this proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision.
And that's what we saying. Is Yahushua coming back now in this time, man. In your lifetime, these things are about to unfold, man. The Lord said, this generation shall not pass. This is that generation right here, man. Lord waited till all you niggas born, you know what I mean, come back and show out on them, man.
Habakkuk 2 and 3.
See.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Hey, no, somebody get that word point. You got it.
But at the end, it shall speak, and it will not lie.
Hey, and it said it was for an appointed time, and it shall speak and not lie. So that when you set forth an appointment, that it can be next hour to the next day of the next week. Lord appointed this. This is the time where the Edomites, the end of the Edomites run. This one needs we know what that arrow talking about now. Because it was that appointment. It's here now. Everything came clear. The arrow talking about the missiles, man. Scripture talking about the wicked, the capital W, that's a so-called white man. Spiritual Sodom in Egypt. That's not a hard breakdown, man.
Right.
Just go to your local Publix or something. You'll find. Yeah. You got it, bro.
God. It says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
So it's going to speak and not lie. So we see the prophecies, man. It's coming to life. You got it?
Though it tarry, wait for it. Because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Yeah, because ultimately, at the end of the day, when the Lord really bring forth the green light, America gonna be destroyed in the hour. It's not like it's gonna be a 6-day war. Everybody, you know what I mean? You go to your rendezvous point to stock up on weapons. You got a ceasefire. Everybody get back to it. No, this place gonna be wrapped up in an hour. We talking about how openly we're gonna decimate the armies of Eve, man. So ain't nothing gonna turn, ain't nothing to linger, man. When somebody get that word appointed, come on.
Yeah, that word appointed. It says Strong's G4150. Appointed place, appointed time.
See, it said an appointed place. Cause you set for an appointment, but where it gonna be at? It's gonna be here in America. This what the Lord is gonna show forth his power. Battle and break, this is America. That's why it's all isolated from the rest of the world too. You really look at the map. The map really kind of isolate you, right there, so everybody can see it.
Right.
So I just talk about this pattern falls.
Right.
Just because that smoke, you're gonna actually see the smoke coming up. Even one of those Russian ambassadors, he made a statement a few years back. He said, "Yeah, they're gonna be seeing the smoke from Argentina, some shit. Concerning the destruction of America. Because these nations want to see the destruction, and it's gonna be known by the way that smoke going up, man. And it's gonna burn too. This place gonna burn for a minute. The scripture speak about from generation to generation, so it might be 200 years before it started to die down.
Right.
Yeah, dog.
Yes, it says, I went into the root word. It says to meet by appointment, together, assemble by appointment.
Yeah, and guess what? Going back to what we read in second Ezra, the 4th chapter, it had to be sown. But then eventually, once everything sprout into its perfection, then it was gonna be plucked up, man. You know? So that appointed place is here in America because going back to that point in time, which is the end, it's all here. We at the ends of the world, physically, no, geographically, but even with time aspect, the toads, it's still all points to so-called white man in America being destroyed. No matter how you flip it, you can say Egypt or Babylon, Sodom, it still points back to this nigga, man. You know?
Oh, thanks, man.
But
That's not weird.
God,
Now, this is the book of Isaiah 47, and it will start at verse 9. It says, therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that says in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
hey, that's the pride of the devil. That's the pride. This nigga saying that I am. And that's what he's doing. He's trying to nigga come up with his own projects.
Right.
The Simpsons is this nigga project.
Right.
You know what I mean? You go into it, nigga. All the protect programming and shit. And this, you know, he was trying to show that he's in power. He the one that can make shit shape, man. You know, he come up with these certain scenarios and things. He behind. Man, you ain't, man, Lord is one that controls us, man. Scripture talk about how that Lord is the one that lift up the axe.
Right.
And how about smell shots the driving force behind Edomites? He's the left hand of the Lord on the earth, man. You got it.
It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment in one day. The loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
That's what it said. Widowhood and the loss of children. Great death.
Yeah.
Great death, man. That's what's coming to this place. And when you can't sugarcoat somebody for to die. Even you say that man, you got 6 months. That shit still, you still gotta tell them they gonna die, bro.
You can put glorious in front of you. Add see glorious what? Leave.
Yeah.
And we gonna make sure you sleep when you do that. You gonna die, nigga.
Yeah. At a point in time.
It's a hard time, yeah. And you can't add nothing to it. You ain't gonna be able to extend how you can extend the bill. You can't do that with life. Spirit talk about how there's no escape from that. You know what I'm talking about when he said there's no power to retain the spirit.
Oh yeah.
You know, well you can go back to
Yeah, my man. When it's time to go, it's time to go, man. You know, Esau's time is wrapping up pretty quickly, man. By way of the prophecy, we see it. We see this man got a short time. Hell, he got a short time. What was that? Revelation 12:12. You know, how did you got that? Oh wait, you got it out.
Got the book of Isaiah 46, and I start verse 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me.
Oh yeah.
Declare the end from the beginning, and from the ancient times, things which are not yet done, saying, my counsel will stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
So also, this is the counsel you have by Shah that he declared from the beginning, man. He said everything of the scenarios that are playing out in this time for Esau to go down. We seeing it playing out, man. You know, from the famine to his infrastructure being compromised to the division of the people. You know, and we know that division is going to cause this place to have it in, man. It doesn't have any other results that it can run to. There's no other outlet but for Esau Edom's kingdom to be compromised and destroyed, man. You know, that was it.
Oh man, yeah,
Good.
just going back into like the flood of Noah, the time of Noah, that was all set and stayed for America. You know, we had Pangea back then, right? It was one earth mass. You know, the flood brought forth the separation of America, set and stayed for the future destruction, the planning in from the beginning. So everything plays out on both sides with right now.
Isaiah 47 in verse 10, it says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none see of me."
And you see Esau has trusted in his wickedness, man. You know, when they go back to that pharmakia, I believe, in Revelation, you know, his witchcraft, you know, he got these nations drugged up, basically. You know, but now they coming out of that docile state and they recognizing the whore, you know, and now they pissed. Because they like, damn, we followed after this guy. He's an idiot. Hey, y'all brothers mentioned it. What's that?
Idiocracy.
That idiocracy, man. You know?
It says, "Thy wisdom and thy knowledge it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside."
I was going to say that the wisdom of wickedness is not wisdom at all, man. So as perverted, you see this place of darkness. You know, what is that? Job 10? Somebody grab that real quick. You know? Yeah, this is not real wisdom here, man. You know, you following after this man's trends, his wine, his philosophy, you definitely gonna die, man, because that's what Esau produces, death, man. Whoever got that.
Book of Job, chapter 10, and verse 21.
Yep.
"Before I go whence, I shall not return, even to the land of darkness."
Yeah, that evil to the land of darkness where the evil is sown, man. But the destruction thereof is not yet come. See, Job knew he was going to be here in this wicked place of America, Babylon the Great, man. You got it out.
"And the shadow of death,
Yep.
a land of darkness, as darkness itself,
Yep.
and of the shadow of death, without any order."
See, it's a setting, man, a shadow of death without any order. Go ahead.
"And where the light is as darkness."
So the things they push forth is darkness, man. It doesn't produce light. It doesn't produce health. You know, it produces the contrary. So this place has to be destroyed. So his wickedness have perverted him. You know, his philosophy, his way, the things that he puts forth, he think is gonna have him maintain power. But to the contrary, it's the very thing that's gonna issue his end, man.
Right.
You know, he took up the sword. You know, he's like, oh, I got the sword now. He boasted in it, man. But our Lord Yahweh said, all who take the sword are going to die by the sword. And also they said earlier how it's going to come down upon their own pate. You know, that wicked elite, that's who the destruction going to be presented upon, man, when they're about to fill their belly. You know, that was it on that.
Isaiah 47 and verse 11. "Therefore shall evil come upon thee.
See? You got it.
Thou shalt not know from whence it rises."
And we telling you though, you know, but you so caught up in your pride, you don't believe it's gonna happen. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. But the Lord for to show you better than he can tell you, man. You got it.
"And mischief shall fall upon thee,
See, that area of the sin, gonna fall upon them. Go ahead.
and thou shalt not be able to put it off."
Hey, no golden dome, none of that. You ain't gonna be able to put it off, man. Ain't no kind of weaponry that you gonna be able to invent gonna put off your destruction, man. You got it.
If I may spend time, like it's still talking about it, Joel, they should fall upon the sword and shall not be moved. So the Lord, let's talk about there's an end that can deliver out of my hand. So the Lord wants your ass, he gonna get you.
Yeah.
You mentioned concerning that golden dawn, this never got this nigga, that's why the nigga try to get Greenland and shit.
Right.
For that missile defense system and shit. That's it. Man, fuck you, nigga. You ain't getting shit with that nigga. Cause he ain't watering him no more. He something like that ain't prospering. This is his end, man. He's like,
Oh, that's it. He ain't been saturated, man. The Lord's taking away the wisdom. Was that Ezekiel 17? You know, we drying up that green tree. You know? Oh, yeah.
That's it.
That's all? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this Proverbs 14 and 12. It said, "There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
And you see, Esau think his ways are right. You know, his legislation he put up, his trends he pushed forward, he think his way is right. But in the end, it's what gonna be death, man. You know?
That was it on that. Precept that you got it right. Psalm 7 and 13. It said, "He had prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutors." Yeah, so just going back to like what you're going into, like Esau pretty much survives the laws and ways of the Most High, so he's gonna be the recompense. Lord's pretty much sharpening his sword, going to the thermonuclear weapons. That's why the weak are strong now, because everybody got a nuke pretty much.
Right.
And who are they ordained at? They're ordained in America, right?
Yeah, those instruments of death, man. You know, the Lord set up those certain scientists, give them the technology and the mindset of building these buildings. It ain't just for show. You know, they ain't just put in silos to sit there for years and years and years. No, man, these things gonna be shot out. They're gonna be used, man. You know?
Even if they go up to Iran and shit, that's driving these other nations to scrap up.
Right. Right.
You don't think niggas that didn't have the strap ain't went to go get one? They ain't go get the email.
Say the word for
Motherfucker hit on Kim Jong, one of them guys, let me get the email. Cause they ain't finna invade little Rocket Man.
Right.
He ain't get that name for nothing.
Yeah.
He gonna show you what that name talking about. These niggas, them Iran, the Palestinians, man, that's straight talking about they gonna contribute to they say they gonna be a part of wasting the land of Assyria, man. So you gonna drive them, they gonna get them, everybody gonna have them things eventually, man.
Oh, what's the old saying? Ain't no fun when the rapper got the gun.
That's it.
You know, or the brother read it earlier. He who persecute the nations. He been persecuting the nations all this time, man. So it ain't gonna be a hindrance when they you gotta get the gift back, man. Yeah, everybody wanna live. Yeah.
And everybody gonna cheer it on.
Yeah.
Hey, what was that? What's that? Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, man.
Strap that nigga down to the bed. Everybody got to lick it. That's what the next gonna do to America.
Yeah, they do have to laugh.
But the nigga ain't finna go to sleep at night. He ain't gonna wake up, but he gonna be dead. Yeah, because the last guy was really his ally. And he beat the shit out of him. So that the allies and shit gonna beat your ass too.
Right. That's it. Damn.
Got some
this Isaiah 33:1. It says, "Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dwelt treacherously, and they dwelt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they should deal treacherously with thee."
And that's what you're gonna be ready to see, man. Even the allies of the brother is gonna shoot their missiles up, man. As you coming to the end of prophecy, everybody gonna be against the horse. You know? I was on
Jeremiah 50 and start at verse 1. It says, "The word of the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet."
Hey, yeah, that's talking about Babylon, man. They ain't concerning ancient Babylon. Going to the judgments. It's the same judgments of Edom. It's the same judgment of Hey,
No,
y'all see the phone? Yeah, they hit the tank like before.
yeah,
Hey, word out. You know what I mean? Yeah, he said. They show you this word ain't going out in vain.
That's right.
And that gonna show you too why a lot of people gonna die.
Hey,
They heard.
yeah.
Motherfuckers looking at you crazy in the stove. But they seen that video, man. Yo, they seen you at camp and shit, man.
That's
Yeah, they like, damn. If I could just hear them say, Kill that bitch. I know that's him.
I know
He said, I want to say, yeah. He just said, I know that's him. Yeah, man, motherfucker know it. You are in the spirit, bro.
Oh man, it's a great story. We was in 94th Street, and Floyd was across the street. Mayweather, he was across the street. I pointed to a problem like Floyd, man, bro was like, yeah. He said, man, I can't. He said, we the real celebrities.
Yeah.
You know, that stuck with me. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? We actually the real celebrities of this age.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Even though these guys got status in this world, you know, we got status in the world of company. That's where it matters. You know, that's where that we can talk about the treasures.
Yeah.
That no man can rob and steal. Floyd got robbed. Yeah, that nigga got like 172 by attorney hat. But he was just over there in that land. Like, saluted. They gave him a damn trophy, but they stole 175.
I hope he be in Israel when the destruction comes.
We got status now. Like amongst Esau elites, they watching us.
Yeah.
It is. We regular men going, you know, getting paid minimum wage, but he watching the fucking Barack videos. He hates this nigga. No, he watching this brother. He's this dude is obsessed with this man. That's celebrity status, man.
If I make true, everybody ready for it. Trap niggas, thug, the violent mode. This is something new in the earth that's going to stay, man. Because talk about wisdom, the light that coming from her is never going to go out. Everybody had their little run and shit.
Right.
The super deep nigga. That shit gone now, man.
Right.
This is what's hot. You got so-called celebrities. Nigga was, I'm an Israelite. Kodak.
Right.
The nigga Nick Cannon.
Carmelo
All these niggas, man, they know what's up, man. You know?
They all got platforms right there. All of a sudden, they all got something to say.
Right.
Celebrity couldn't get a word out of them before. Right. All of a sudden, they got, you know, they at the forefront. Wow. Put that word out there, man. They can flip it.
Let's really talk about how we said gang thing. So they know who we are in the spirit, man. The next rulers. So the spirit by Yahweh outside Lord gonna be part of that number, man. Yeah, they know. We people know what's up. That's it. Yeah, it's that.
Isaiah.
Hold on, real quick.
Okay. Psalms 82:6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. Yeah. I mean, so the Lord gave us this special kind of inheritance and established us higher than the other nations. All right. Lowercase g, gods. All right. You know, they used to have a term back up north, peace God. You know, we call each other God. But here it is, you know, a power is what we are, princes of the power. And you come back to your nationality, you come back to the realization that the Most High created you special and peculiar. Said it calls Israel a peculiar people. All right. And another name for us is special treasure. All right. Royal diadem. All right. Everywhere you look in the scriptures, Israel is likened to a delicate woman and everything that's precious, everything that you treasure.
Right.
So we're gonna come back to that status, even though the Lord dropped us down, you know, to show us what it looked like at the bottom. So when we finally rise to the top, we can celebrate that occasion, but also, you know, we know what it's like, you know, and we never gonna, you know, the spirit gonna be on us and never want that again, not desire that again. We know what it's like being at the bottom, man. You say, how is the gold become then? So you're looking at it with all people, but the Lord slowly, you see it, he putting that blessings right back into Israel, man. And it starts with his word and it starts with his doctrine.
That adds to a sense of appreciation. To know you know how valuable it is because you lost it, you got it back again. Because Israel was set upon an idea, was cast down low, and all of a sudden, like the elder just mentioned, we won't be put in this position once again, man, having those curses upon us, man. Right. You know, so this truth is a valuable thing.
That's it. Get that information about the
This book of Matthew 5, verse 14. It says, "Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid."
So you ain't got no choice but to notice, man. This you ain't, cause now it's starting to make sense. And back then, in form of entertainment, if you came across the Israelite entertain, but now this is your news. You know, this is your update on current world affairs, man. You know, so they ain't got no choice but to acknowledge and listen. Because really, these are the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. And the Lord, he really getting the people undivided attention, knowingly or unknowingly. Nigga going by this day, but he ain't got no choice but to acknowledge the gas is getting higher.
Right.
How can you make sense of it? Why is they going in Iran? Why is this all these whys? Well, the Lord gave us power to answer that, man.
ID.
Right. Here's the ID. That's the spirit they talking about. That's the core of the infrastructure. That's the base. So that means everybody gotta have that thing to come to the next society. Just like, you know, if you go to Chuck E. Cheese, they had to stamp your hand to be allowed to enter. That's how it's gonna be in a new world. Which is not gonna be there for long. As soon as that shit get out of front,
I got that word here.
bro.
Crypto.
Oh man.
It said
As in the Greek God.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
it says to hide, conceal, to be hid, escape notice. So this, if I may, this gospel cannot escape notice, man. It's everywhere. What is that? Is that Hebrews? Not Hebrews. Habakkuk 2. Well, matter of fact, somebody get it.
Flowing the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, this book of Second, this is Habakkuk 2 and verse 14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord.
The earth is going to be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord. Go ahead.
It says, as the waters cover the sea.
So it's everywhere, man. It's in every nook and cranny. It's in the facet of the society of America, Babylon the Great, and the whole world. It can't escape notice. You know, you see it on TikTok, you see it on all social media programs, man. It can't escape, man. You know, and that's how people want to be held accountable. You know, as a brother drove by, said shalom. Usually they say shalom. You know, but that's just another indicator, another I don't want to say pumpkin for water.
Yes.
This place is for the end, man.
Right.
You know?
They're listening more and more.
I got one more in this definition. It says metaphor to conceal that it may not become known. So it's not being, you know, it's being made known, man. You know? And what I know how I said, like in St. John 15, if I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not sinned. But now you have no cloak for your sin, man. But you're gonna be held accountable now, you know?
It is Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 18.
That's it.
It says, but the path of the just.
Somebody get on 2 Peter, the first chapter.
Yes, it says, but the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more until the perfect day.
So heaven, it said the path of the just is as the shining light. See, we on a path, man. But it says it's as the shining light because we have testimony in Yahweh Shai. We see things through the spirit of prophecy. So we see things that are ahead. And as we get closer and closer to the perfect day, which is the return of Yahweh Shai, things are becoming clearer and clearer. Because even the scriptures, for an example, talk about the least of the flock shall draw them out. And that's concerning really Israel dragging America to World War III. And that word draw actually goes, one of the definition is drag. Now, when you go into the news, you have these markers that's against the war. They'll say, yeah, Israel dragged us into this.
Yeah. Right.
So it's becoming clear, man.
Right.
It's making more and more sense. Why? Because we see things through the testimony of how it was shot. You know, it's like, I dare you to say something after this. You can't. Who got that 2 Peter real quick? Yeah, it's one in like 19. Yep, that's it.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 1, and verse 19. And it says, we have also a more sure word of prophecy.
Right.
whereunto ye do well that ye take heed.
And to show you that this comes with a sense of urgency as well, man. You know, prophecy to show you that it really is nothing to take light. You know, nothing to sneeze at. Because they would say it will be done to you to take heed. It will be for your benefit, for your welfare, your safety, to hearken unto this word. You know, reacting properly to that trumpet being blown. You got
As unto a light that shineth in a dark place.
see it as a light that shine up in a dark place. Because what's really that dark place? The future, man. Even 5 minutes from now, what's really gonna happen? We don't know. You know, but we know ultimately what's gonna happen concerning the future of America. From the famine, you know, people looting, you know,
Right.
fires and shit, to ultimately destruction, World War III. That's we see that. We see it. That's in the dark to everyone else. But it's clear to us. Let's talk about that testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
Right.
So we've been hipped on to the intent and purposes of the Lord. Yeah, but
Until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts.
see, the day done until the day done, they start rising hard. So it's things becoming brighter and brighter. As the sun come, you know, begins to rise, it's more light now. Okay, now it's making sense because light has been shed on it, man. Continue on that.
It says, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scriptures is of any private interpretation.
So yeah, just like even back then with Noah was just so salty, he came up with the craziest judgment in the world. You know, Lord gonna drown everybody. You know, that was that was the intents and purpose of the Lord. Cause you can only come up with so much shit. The Lord got to see for your ass. Yeah,
The hard part was it's hard to believe.
Yeah, that's
it
it.
ain't never happened before.
Right. Hey, yeah, that's spirit, because that spirit made a conscious effort to say that, like in the second chapter.
Yeah.
Lord made dew from the earth.
Right. Yes.
Then
Right.
chapter over 9 in tongue. Right.
Right.
Come on, man.
They had the platform to stand on.
Right.
Almost 2 bodies.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Ooh. Yeah, right. Well, that's what that was. Use that. That's heavy because that's exactly that was the talking point. That was an actual argument. You don't think guys was coming against Noah
Right.
and saying, you know, a nigga woke up 5 o'clock that morning and shit. He was talking about the dew.
The new doctrine.
This. Well, we are.
Hey, good.
We gotta put
Good.
the dew doctrine. They argued Noah till they were blue in the face concerning the dew came on the cloud. Ain't no such thing as rain.
Right.
Yeah, all kind of fireworks.
Yeah.
Names at that time.
They probably named them storm or some thunderstorm or some shit.
Yeah.
Some type of crazy, you know what I mean? But then when that first drop came, that nigga felt that shit on his shoulder the first time. Ain't no telling how these people react with this shit. And then, but eventually, guess what? Niggas start building canoes and shit. Trying to come up another way trying to adjust. Especially all of them died. People fled to high ground. That shit didn't work. Talk about the waters exceeded the mountains like 15 cubits. So if you went in the ark, you were gonna die.
I think the first person to run to the ark and beat him.
Right.
You know, he just knew he'd get there first. Right. Then open up. That's it. That was a loud bang. That was a loud bang that fell into the ark.
Oh yeah, Lord made sure niggas heard that. Lord made sure niggas heard it.
That one made him run.
Right.
Hell no, something close. You know,
Something ain't right.
Yeah.
Sky started changing colors.
Yeah.
Hold on, what?
The bird got the hell up out of here.
Yeah, you start seeing animals and shit. Just automatically, they start going to the ark and shit.
Oh yeah.
The scripture say, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. You know, it is darkness and not light. So that's a different kind of airy feel it. Think it's gonna be a happy, imagine how many people sitting and rocking they rocking chair. They got their Bible in their hand. I knew the day the Lord gonna come. But it ain't as happily as they thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, because make me think about that bitch on the movie The Mist. She
Oh, yeah.
kind of embraced it,
Oh yeah.
but she thinks she was just gonna go to heaven.
Right.
Bitch, you gonna suffer the plagues. But go back to read that again, bro.
Yup, going back up, 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 20, it says, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. For the prophecy came not in all time by the will of man.
So I mentioned the spirit, no, it just come up with that on the fly. Right. Starting that judgment. That's a well thought out. Cause talk about the waters deep, ground open up and the sky open up. You got it. That thought that came out. That thought came from the heavens, man. That idea, because even now you got enemies. You just want to put a nigga there. You want to choke him out, see his life leave from his eye. That's your judgment. But what the Lord can do, lock the nigga up for 2 years. Slew of things happen to a nigga, and that was more feeling to what you could do to a nigga, man. Right.
Right. Oh, light. Terrible.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. The Lord's a terrible judge. As I mentioned. Poor light.
Yeah.
Cause that nigga, the Lord got him, man. He's still locked up, and he gonna get the chip when the destruction comes. Right. See, the Lord sealed that nigga instructions. He was already sent down from the heavens on what he was gonna do. Boy, got that dude.
Yeah,
that nigga, man, he gonna die in jail.
And his name is Noah.
Oh, it actually is too. Yeah.
No.
Got that.
Lord, call it.
Anyway, he can't get it.
I ain't know that is. He ain't have no problem.
Brother brought out the word Noah mean rest.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He ain't had no rest.
Especially bad things fight for his wedding seat.
Yeah.
It's like continue on. Yep.
2 Peter 1:21, it says, for the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man, but holy men of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh spake as they were moved by the Holy Spirit.
You see, it's the Holy Spirit that driven us to speak on these things. Talk about he shall teach you all things, bring all things to your remembrance. So now, Lord brought us back to expound on these prophecies of old, man. It was really they were set for this moment now. So this how you know that you're acquainted with the Holy Spirit. You prophesy. And the main focus is concerning the overthrow of America. The prophecy concerning this place, Babylon the Great, which is the destruction. World War III is biblical. And the venue, the place where it's going to happen, the main event is here in America. The results of this place is going to be totally engulfed in flames. Yeah, so.
This is Ezekiel 33 verse 1. See, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land.
And I said, when I bring the sword upon the land. So really, it's the Lord, he's responsible for the deaths and the destruction and angles. And it could be through Esau, through some nigga that's hungry, man. But is your how about outside? He's the source, man. You got it.
If the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman.
Yeah, and that's what you have seen, people have taken the IUIC as their watchman. Right. To watch over their city. Oh, somebody get song, I think it's not 127, might be 147. Boy, that made city. But it says they have something for their weapon. So you got guys that have IUIC to watch over them. ICBK to be their weapon. Somebody got that song 127?
Yeah. It's the book of Psalms 127 and verse 1. Except the Lord built the house, they labor in vain that built it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman wake up but in vain.
See, it's so really Lord only watching over Jerusalem. He only watching over the elect, the house of David. Everybody else really don't matter. 2/3. You know, they just really just set up to be strong. You know, they want to say watch them wake up but in vain because you got these guys that set up really to be detour signs. You know? So you go back up.
Ezekiel 33 and verse 3. If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people.
See, that's what you're supposed to do, man. We telling you that the so-called white man is about to come down with great wrath. This nigga's about to try to set up this digital system. You gotta have a digital ID. And guess what? Your side jobs, just every little thing you do is gonna be recorded, man. And you don't agree to his standard, he gonna cut your shit out. You know,
If I may,
got it.
no more getting money under the table.
That's it.
You know, you ain't gonna be paid off the books no more. See, he wants total control, man. That's something we warning you of. This devil, he ain't just satisfied with having islands and ruling nations. Now he won't shoot them, man.
That's it.
No.
Verse 4. Then whosoever hears the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, the sword comes and take him away. His blood shall be upon his own head.
And yeah, that's what Israelites do. They privy to the judgments. They know that the so-called white man are the Edomites. You know, Americans don't want to break it. They understand the judge. Nigga might say it. I heard IUIC say America will be destroyed. Yet that spirit don't push that. That spirit don't bring that. They don't present. You know, you know what I mean? They really got an American spirit. They got a spirit on you to keep you here. Chris talk about that those wicked men they have counsel and pretty much keep you in the pot, man. You know, so they ain't got the spirit of really having that sense of urgency, you know, that Passover spirit, that Exodus, you know, boots girded, to make boots on loins girded, you know, ready really lead. They can present that message. They might say they ain't having that spirit frame because he might say it in the next videos. They'll be in the fucking cookout. You know,
If I may, they giving that uncertain time.
that's exactly what it is. That's it.
They may say, hey, America gonna be destroyed, but they ain't giving you significance and warning how close the impending danger is.
Right.
You know?
Clean up downtown Birmingham.
Right.
Yeah.
Pick up trash and shit. What you picking up trash and the key to the
Yeah.
But we know that's part of the requirements of that 501c3. So you really want to be here, man.
Nigga clean up Inslee. Ain't no way. You should be an Inslee clean up shit.
Should have made a video of y'all. There we go. And that's everything.
If I might just add to that 501c3 and these dudes cleaning up the community is basically a arbitration agreement that you guys signed into with Esau. Because we go into legal law with Esau, the arbitration agreement, and they sign them all the time just to even get on their phones nowadays. It's if you sign an arbitration agreement, it's simply if you want to use this phone, hey, when you match okay to this, that you're in agreement that to be able to use this phone, if you ever want to go and sue this guy, that you can't directly sue him. Y'all gotta sit down at the table and come to some compromise or some formal agreement that always benefits Esau. So that therefore you're already compromised from the get-go. So therefore you can never sign that arbitration agreement. Man. All right. So therefore you can't deal with that product at all. The scriptures tell us that he that touch fish shall be defiled that with man. It's something.
If I may too, this guys that I think that's when you read St. Luke 11, talk about how really those leaders they was pretty much getting worked up because Yahweh Shai in the thing he was having.
Right.
They were saying the Romans gonna come take our place.
That's it.
That was really good. That 501c3, they gonna take away the benefits.
Yep.
I mean, the Lord told us, never trust our enemy. You know, so the hell you trust, doing all the things that this nigga wants you just for tax-free dollars, man. You know, this basically these guys ultimately compromise the doctrine just so they can get a tax write-off. You know, keep you in America.
Some stipulations on what you can teach and what you can't say.
Right.
You can't be a racist group and receive a 501c3. You got to reroute your work.
Lead them back to America.
Yeah.
You can get them far, they tell them to go left.
Right.
And then take another left.
Right.
Tell them go. They
Go back where you going.
Always be a tad bit off, man. We don't believe you, man.
Right. The scriptures talk about how they covenant with death. It's gonna be
That's
different.
all, just it. Oh, especially when niggas digging though, man. Your contract gonna get burned up.
Yeah, cuz.
You see, love will get you niggas, man. You a sick fucking thing.
Yeah.
How dare you niggas, man?
Yeah.
Man, love kill.
Cuz.
The Lord said, what the word say, know how to be a base and know how to be a band.
Damn, that's it.
You tell a deacon don't know how to be a base at all.
Man, that nigga had the super. He had all the video games he was.
Yeah.
He never experienced no type of six.
You had the lesson in every company.
Christmas Day.
And the first iPhone.
No whippings.
Right.
Bitch.
You know, I think just add those to our doctrine compared to everybody else. Our doctrine is based upon prophecy, man. When a lot of these other guys' doctrine, when Deacon first came out, one of his first videos he did was on GMS. Why, instead of you being occupied in prophecy, man, you occupied in what we doing, man. You know?
Be by your
Got a precept on me. Exodus 34 and 12. Take heed to thyself, lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, whither thou goest, lest it be for a snare against the people.
Yeah, that's ultimately gonna be a snare for them, man. You know, that was a commandment all the way back then that reaches all the way to this time, man. You making a covenant with the heathen around about you, man. You don't supposed to have no allegiance with Esau or any other nation for that matter.
God, they say, but you shall destroy their altars, and break their images, and cut down their groves.
Hey, we doing that through the spirit, man. See the concept they in TGC ministry. Get the fuck out of here. You know, it's just sound American. You know?
That's a church.
Yeah, ministry.
Church. What? Oh,
You know? But they're showing you they done made that covenant with death, man. They exclusively went against the ways of the Lord, man. And now once they result for doing that, they're gonna be put to death, man. And it may be a public thing too, man. You know? But the Lord said he's gonna cast her down in the sight of the congregation. See? Those it up.
It's Isaiah 30 in verse 13. It says, therefore, this iniquity should be to you. That's a breach ready to fall. Don't swallow.
God.
like it.
Yes.
Started now.
Yeah.
And this Isaiah 30 in verse 9, it says, this is a rebellious people, lying children. Yep. This verse 8, it says, now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in the book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that would not hear the law of the Lord.
But children that would not hear the law of the Lord know what the definition for that word law. We know that five really now is the body of prophetic teaching.
Right.
Prophetic teachings. Take that one and hear that, man. Because it entails your routine being broken up. The weekend trick and all that shit gonna be over with soon, man. All this goof ass shit America presents, your dream, the aspiration, all that shit finna go, man. You know, so they don't want to help part. They don't want to hear America about to be destroyed. Cause he just got his food truck. He just started making a profit. Why he want America to be destroyed now? Right. What would the scripture say? It said, there are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that's what's going to stand. Because guess what? They talk about when he just about to fill his belly.
Right.
Nigga swallow the last bite. That's when the Lord gonna make him throw all that shit up. He take out the food talk out the ground.
Yeah.
He just starting to get right. She got customers and shit, right? Blow up in your face.
Meanwhile, Moses had it all.
Right.
And still gave all that up.
That's it.
He suffered with it.
That's it.
So the winners are the sufferers in this lifetime.
Right.
But yeah, because it said it's only for a season. It mentioned that it's just for a season, man. All this shit temporary. Everything really, see it. Really, the playoffs, these different, you got hockey and basketball. That show you that it's about to come to an end. It's about to be wrapped up.
That's it.
Except AI is a new referee of the NBA.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, that's it over with that.
Oh, they even got a thing with the baseball now. Yeah, where you can change the call because the AI is setting up the.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, and that shit been fucked up.
Yeah.
They been fucking up some tickets.
You come.
The damn
Oh,
They got the seekers with the ball.
yeah, they sure do. They got some chip in the balls here. But that's all sports and hockey, baseball, football, basketball, all of them got chips in that.
Yes, I did track how many yards.
Thanks and all this shit. Yeah.
Another report that brother sent out, I think it's Chicago had 82,000 tickets because them scanners caught them speeding. So they gave out 82,000 tickets. I believe in a month or this year. So you see how they really using the AI to put a squeeze on you people.
yeah.
And it's already a hard year. Inflation already killing you at the gas station and the food. So they ain't gonna have no mercy. There's gonna be more squeezes. Yeah, you thought your food truck was gonna deliver.
I just say something to the spirit concerning AI. Like up in New York, you got so many tickets, speeding tickets, they gonna put the AI chip on your car. And that shit go limit your speed. And like motherfuckers say, all right, you can only go 45 miles an hour. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's how these new cars gonna come.
Yeah, with the kill switch.
Yeah, all that shit, man. So where we at in this process? Then we at the end, man.
Shut up.
Well,
This back in Isaiah 30 and verse 10, it says, we'll say to the seer, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
because they don't want to hear about destruction. This is right there because this is excellent beneficial. It's gonna be benefit to your health, your life. Life in existence is going to benefit from the destruction of America and the fall of Esau.
Right.
That's why going back to Isaiah, talk about how the fir tree is going to rejoice. That's going to be literal and the people, man.
It says, speaking to us smooth things, prophesy to see.
And that's what nigga want to hear. That this place, what that nigga Alizé says, we got 1,000. Bitch, faggot. But you see why he said that.
Yeah.
He been enjoying himself.
That's skirting to the right.
Yeah.
If you even saying, God.
Because we hastening. We trying to get the fuck. You want 1,000 years of prayer? You nigga doing shit to get more time. You sick. That's how Tupac was in Don't Be a Minute. The nigga, he couldn't let go of prison, man.
Yeah, he wanted to go back. Do shit to get more time.
Nigga had to tell you, what, $5? Nigga put a carton of cigarettes in my money ain't good, nigga. That's these niggas here in America too, though.
God.
This is a sick fucking place. I was sick. I was sick. He said he ain't afraid. You got it, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it says get you out of the way, turn the side out of the path.
And that's what they said to Yahweh Shai, really, man. They don't want no parts in Yahweh Shai. They want Caesar, they want Barabbas, and that's what you got. You got a violent, homo ruler, man.
Right.
That's what you niggas want. Even back then when the Jake was crying for a king, the Lord gave you niggas Saul. He said, I'm gonna give you to Apple, and the nigga became a tyrant. Nigga ended up killing the priest and he gonna do that now. That's what you add. That's what you're gonna get, man. You know? You got it out.
Yep, it says, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because he despised his word and trusted in oppression and perversion.
And that's what it is. Either you're gonna love the one or the other, man, and despise and hate the other. So since you have a thing for evil, you got a sentimental value. Once you have a chance presented up to you, you ain't gonna want no parts of it, man. You saying shoot. But Lord's have opened out. We embrace the Howard and the things that we once hold as value, we cast that shit away, man. As a dirty rag. But Jake's still embracing that dirty rag.
Yeah, it says, therefore, this iniquity of trust no oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Therefore, this iniquity should be to you as a breach ready to fall, and swelling out in a high wall.
And they say it's a breach as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall. So let's just say your ceiling, that shit got a bubble. And you just, you know what I mean? You see it sagging. You just going back to the day, you know what I mean? Each day that she just continue to sag more and more. And that's what's happening now. All these events that's taking place in these so-called get back to normal, it ain't really getting back to normal. The shit just get worse.
It could.
Like with this Crown Vic, the Crown 19, that shit really ain't got back to what it was before that shit came.
Right.
It's that's the spirit. That's what they call that shit, the new normal.
And if I may, it's still in their system. They still finding people's blood, a vein.
Yeah.
The worst part of it, I think, probably spike proteins. They still find it in them after the jab, of course.
See, you still got commercials on them. Hell, they even brought Fauci back.
Right.
So you like it ain't shit finna go back. It ain't gonna feel like 2010s. Nigga wanna go back to 2018 and shit.
Right.
Damn, nigga, that shit wasn't no better. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. 99 to the
2000. Yeah. They really wanted to bring that shit back. That nostalgia. It was like they got reduced to just wanting to go back to the 2010s. You want it now so much. It's so fucked up. You'll take the 2010s.
Right.
Well, so crazy. The Lord did bring those stuff back. He brought back the curses of those times. That's what's going on with Jesus Christ. Hey, Big Mama used to die at 50 and catching a stroke, or maybe 60. You niggas dying from strokes and catching a heart attack in your 30s now. Why? Because of that CPIC, man. And said, hey man, I got a homegirl. Hey, she came online like, yo man, I got Bell's Falls. You just turned 32. You done caught a stroke at 32. Hey, welcome to 1990. Big Mama used to catch that at 53. Now you catching it at 32. You sped the clock with Lord dialed it back 20 years.
Everything going fast.
Yeah, everything going faster now. Man.
Yeah.
So welcome to the 90s, nigga.
Second Ezra 7:43. It said, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for it to come, wherein corruption is past.
Can't read that again. So like
It say, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, the beginning of the immortality for it to come.
so. Hey, that's what's on this. That's what's on this. calendar, so to speak.
That's right.
It's the day of doom
Come.
for this age. And that's World War III. Hey, you got a doomsday clock, man.
Right.
It is what it is, 60 seconds to midnight, whatever. 55 seconds. And them niggas really trying to hold hand back.
Yeah.
All this shit going on, you want to knock it down 5 seconds. It's so much shit happening, man. But just going back to the point is that these girls even acknowledge it, like, they ain't got that much time. But it's they are doing in this time and we're getting immortality, man. See that we on that path to immortality now. We're going through that process now. Begin with having the immortal thoughts. You gotta have a mindset. Talk about flying and this. You gotta be home. You gotta have the mind for it first. You know, you gotta be hip to it before we even get to it.
Believe.
Yep, that's it. Believe, you gotta believe.
That was good.
Yeah, that's yeah.
It said wherein corruption is past. As we're going into this lifetime, it's about corruption.
Right.
The more you see it clear, now you see corruption everywhere, man.
That's right.
You know, asbestos and shit. You know, things flying in the air. You gotta when you look at the weather app, it'll say
Man, they could
the air
quality.
quality. We actually look at that, man.
Yes.
I mean, y'all people
That's the
actually
first
look at
time
the air quality before y'all walk
That's the first thing
outside.
I fucking look at.
Shit, how you think you gotta consider where you
That shit
go out?
yellow. And you think that's good. Cause it's, you know what I mean?
Yesterday it was red.
It was red the other day, now it's yellow. So you don't want to breathe in too deep, but you can take a deep breath. You know what I mean?
And nobody got an answer to that.
Right.
They ain't no like official statement of the governor. Obviously, don't come out with that. But today, you know, we got our officials working on it. Nobody say nothing. You just gotta walk out and breathe that bullshit. That's why corruption got a pass. It says intemperance is at an end.
Hey, then you got mukbangs, food eating contests and shit.
Right. Got that word.
You got even a bitch. You a fucking she want to sleep with 1,000 men.
Yeah.
How dare you bitches, man? Man, how dare you? Because it began with them Edomites, the ruling power that be, to sign off on that shit.
Yep.
So like,
Yes, if I may. Yeah, Angel Reese, not King.
Beat
Got
that bitch.
80 bodies at 23, man.
Ooh, that what she said.
Yeah.
And that bitch, I hate that wide-eyed bitch.
Yeah.
She proud. And she garbage at the same time, man.
Yeah. All the bitch can do is rebound.
She can rebound and bitch say she the face of the damn Caleb Powell more of a Jake than she is.
Yeah, she can't. Hey, watch her compilation videos of her doing the layup.
Low lights.
She ain't like that.
Yeah, man, that bitch do.
Yeah.
Oh, ugly shit. She better off being selling box. That bitch would be famous, man. Send me a that bitch had an OL. Yeah, it's not. Selling that thing for 2. She can be she can prosper in that.
Right.
That basketball ain't for her, man.
Nah.
You gotta slack.
Yeah, oh yeah. That word intemperance says intemperance is the the lack of moderation.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, yeah.
I say no discipline.
Yes.
Cause guess what? You can order a burger and you can add how many patties you want on that.
Right.
Tell even certain I seen some shit. It was one YouTube short concerning like secret menus, restaurants, and fucking Wendy's got a burger with 10 fucking patties on that shit, man. But you gotta go to the one to say some crazy shit. How many ice cream you call some crazy? And they'll drive to the front and you got a burger with 10 fucking patties on it.
God, that thing is fucking.
Nobody came superstars came out years ago.
Man,
A secret menu.
Superstars.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, obesity.
right?
That's because of intemperance right there.
Yeah.
We talk about, with food, but it's intemperance too.
Right.
Gluttony is a real thing. You feed in your face, snacks and all that. Some people put their snacks under the pillow and behind the bed.
Hot shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, 600-pound life show you that temperance at his man.
Right.
You can't eat when you watch this.
Shit.
And they put that shit on TV, you know.
Yeah, man.
Like they put it on a pedestal for somebody to see.
Right.
And aspire to. I want to be the next 600-pound life.
You know, the doctors throwing you out how the system is ingrained to make you like that. Doctors can't say nothing about it. You know, because that'll be like offensive to big, what they call big, yeah. Well, I was gonna say big bone, big bone. You know, in fact, you know, you can't even tell them, look, you're obese. Like right now, you actually morbidly obese. You got to turn morbidly obese, right? But you can't say that because that's offensive to the Eve. You know, see the main one, morbidly obese. She got the average weight of a linebacker.
And then you have these fucking Hamites come over and embrace 400 pounds, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
SS, they call it SS.
Super size TV.
In the
That
fits.
shit
Yeah. Everything is titties. Like, but it be them Hamites and shit. They embrace that shit. And now they embrace that shit. Like, they call that shit body shaming,
Yeah, kind of.
fat shame, all that. Them devils introduced that no bullying shit.
Yeah.
See, bullying is really healthy
Yeah.
because it will really rebuke.
Kind of.
When some you gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really making fun of dude because he a mo. That means you need to stop being a mo.
That's it.
You know?
The bully said, if you're flooded,
You flood, that means you need to adjust. Because guess what? When that nigga got cracked on about whatever, I bet he went home and fixed that shit.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Better you told you force your mom to get you another haircut,
Yeah.
whatever it was.
I ain't going back.
You got that shit straight.
I take whatever beat. I ain't going back. She buy you some new shit.
Real talk.
They learn how to sew all them.
Yeah.
He carried the pain.
Yeah.
So
They
it
say
ain't like rebuke. It was like healthy.
healthy.
It was like constructive criticism at the shit.
Yeah.
You getting cracked on. It was true. Your shit fucked up. So now you finna fix that shit.
Right. Braces.
Right. All this.
Shit, for like,
Good.
they got more to say. Intemperance is the lack of moderation, self-restraint, or due control. It typically
Yeah, it's that self-restraint because niggas can't help but to commit adultery. The nigga who just got put it there, he just had to climb that second story balcony to pop this bitch. He couldn't help it, man. He couldn't restrain himself. And he got Swiss cheese.
Kind of. You seen the video of that Chinese?
Yeah, oh, that was
man,
beautiful, man.
I watched that.
Why do you have about
Yeah.
Yes.
He was hanging on.
Yes.
You know, he couldn't hang on no longer.
That nigga was a fitness instructor.
Yeah.
So he thought he had a nigga look like he was comfortable.
Right.
He just gonna ride it out.
Right.
Now, Lord had an angel to make his shit slippery, man.
Nigga felt like that star on the top. Yeah.
The nigga had like a form, like
Yeah, God.
you would think that nigga gonna be there
Right.
for a minute. Nah. Lord made that nigga had an angel push that nigga, man. Because he fell just like this.
Yeah, he felt like he had the grip still.
Say it typically refers to an excessive or uncontrolled indulgence in physical appetites, most commonly regarding alcohol, drunkenness, but can also describe overeating or a lack of restraint in anger or in speech. If I may, you got some emotional, the emotional characteristics that you get from being raised by mama,
Yes.
auntie and all of that, and that causes a lot of just emotional rage. Next thing you know, you're trying to flip a truck over something that just could have been talked about and dealt with. That also goes to intemperance, and this again back in 2 Ezra 7:44. Intemperance is at an end. That's something worthy of celebrating, man.
Yes.
Again, we could now. You could deal with the world because this shit about that.
It says it's at the end. Y'all brought that out there, Job 10. Because now order is going to be in the earth once again as well. Because this is a place without any order. It's a fucking free fall, man. Ain't no limits, man. Sure, it's like you got it.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It says reading on, infidelity is cut off.
Huh? Hey, yeah, because now everything got to be tangible for these folks. They ain't no faith, even motherfucker, come on, they got to ask where your school at. Motherfucker don't, ain't, because especially now where the devil, how everybody scamming and shit, you can't trust shit. But also this when this word is presented, these people ain't gonna trust because they trust in evil. But everything they can see this shit he got. He's pitching up to you. You can see. We believe that's and second, third, fourth, 10.
They don't walk by
By faith.
wait, not by sight.
Right.
Walk by faith, going do the thing. Was it going to please the lust of the flesh?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because the nigga, if he can see that direct deposit pending,
Said infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and the truth is sprung up.
Hey, that's the transition that we coming into, man. It said righteousness is wrong, truth is sprung up. That's what you saying now. And both of it, this is going to actually sow on the earth. It's going to be the foundation. Righteousness. It talk about that 2 Peter the 3rd chapter, how we're in full of righteousness. This is going to be the standard in the planet earth. The law, statutes, commandments.
I made that word sprung up. Remind you of spring. That springtime, everything's budding. So that's how righteousness is going. Everywhere you look, man, you're not going to be able to find evil. No more. It's all going to be washed out.
Yes.
It says, verse 45, last verse. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that hath gotten the big people.
So it's set in stone, man. Esau is destined for destruction. He's the son of prediction. He goes back to destruction, being made desolate, man. That's his fate. That's why Isaac gave him the sword to make that happen. But it said, Lord, prevent him that got the victory. That's the elect, man. That's why we hope to be a part of that number. And his scriptures, his precepts, commandments to make that happen. It talks about the elect being kept from the famine and delivered from the sword. So the Lord is going to make sure that don't happen, man.
This second Ezra's 8, verse 53. The evil is sealed up from you, wickedness and mock is hid from you, and correction is fled, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Sorrows are past, and in the end it shows treasures immortality.
Well, you must understand that's where it begins. That's where it first begins. So all they begin in the mind is that spiritual GPS that's going to actually lead to life. Because the scripture talk about that in Romans 6 chapter, 5th chapter, I believe that carnal mind is death, but the spiritual mind is life and peace. So that's where your destination, that's where it first begins, where your address to where you're going begins in your mind. To believe in. Yeah. So we got to go.
Okay, Signated 8:1. This in the GNT. It says an angel replied, the Most High had made this world for many people.
And we see it. From all these weirdos and freaks.
Right.
It's a category for everybody out here. It's a site for your lust. And they embrace it. See, these things that's in this world is vexing us, man. All our senses, everything stank, people. It's ugly, not pleasing to the sight. Just everything is it's vexing, man. We're talking about what it vexing. It's a sin, as you mentioned earlier, sin and hearing. So it's like that, you can't unwind without getting vexed, man. But it said this world made for many. And that also shows you that too, that a lot of these people gonna die. You got
It says, but the future world for only a few.
But the future world only a few, which is the elect. They are the only one that's gonna actually witness that transition. It's on certain spirits on planet Earth. That's why we supposed to be a part of that number to actually witness the transition of Esau being in power and him losing it, man, and us being set up. Yeah, I was trying to mention that as well. Son that's standing here, they said now taste of death, man. Those that died from their birth or some of their thing. You got it.
God, it says, Edris, let me give you an illustration. If you ask the earth, it would tell you that it produces a large amount of clay for pots, but only a small amount of gold dust.
See it? So that's what these people there, they clay.
Right.
That's dirt, which is of no value, man. And that's why you have the famine and the sword. They're gonna take on those roles to fulfill that prophecy, man. Just like you got the pot to fill the water, and you got this basin for this. Well, the Lord created a little boosie to create to bring forth more little boosies, and them they gonna suffer the plagues, man. You got it.
What's if I may?
Yeah.
Let the multitude perish.
That's it.
It was born in vain.
Right. That's it.
No.
Yeah, God.
God, it says, and that's the way it is with this present world. Many have been created, but only a few will be saved.
See, many have been created, but only a few will be saved. So to show you, the multitude was created to be destroyed. So that's what we hope the Lord keep us, man. Oh, get that on 2nd 9. Talk about the wave ready to the drop. Get that verse looking at on that. That's why we hope that the Lord keep us, because it is gonna be a lot of death out here. And we see the different avenues, because we're talking about great death. Back then, it was one of a few ways you got seeds or a grave or some shit. But now you can die from a car accident or one of the diseases he bring forth. Fucking AIDS, anything, man. Right. The drones. It's just said great death. So now the ways of death have expanded. You know? You got it, what?
God, 2 9 in verse 14. Then answered I and said, I have said before, and now we speak, and will speak it also hereafter. There be many more than perish, then of them we shall be saved, like as a wave is greater than a drop.
See, so that show you the difference. And show you how precious salvation is, man. How precious possessing his word, because this is what it's going to lead to. Because without this, that really spells certain destruction. At least now we can hope to survive.
Right.
Everybody ain't even got that chance. They're gonna hope when it's in there, once they come across their table. We got a chance to go ahead and invest into the hope. You know? But that was it. So yeah, I give man, we just hope this will edify. We like to give all praise, honor, and glory. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say shalom to the elect that teach the word and all true faith and sincerity. Shalom to the believers as well. Shalom.
Tonight.
That's right.
Good. I'm glad I caught the internet now. Y'all be quick.
I not.